This week on The Hustle by Hanna, we're stepping into something a little different. Usually, I talk to founders with long track records and big backstories, but today I wanted to focus on the early hustle, the building phase, the stage where a product is new, the vision is bold, and everything is still being figured out in real time. I sat down with the founders of RTRVR AI, a browser-based AI agent that launched just 8 months ago and is already gaining momentum. They even placed second at Y Combinator's agentic hackathon. So what is RTRVR? In plain language, it's like giving your browser a smart assistant that can actually do things for you instead of just showing you pages. What makes this episode even more special is that I know one of the co-founders personally, and we went to business school together. Watching a friend go from an idea to product and now recognition on a stage like Y Combinator is exactly the kind of hustle that I want to showcase here. This is a conversation about the product, the launch, and the bigger shift towards a more intelligent web. Let's get started.
Everyone, I'm Bhavani. This is Arjun.
I think when ChatGPT came out itself, I was like, oh my God, this is going to change everything. We were really big fans of our friend Div Garg. He launched the very first web agent in the space. This thing was actually typing, clicking. That was the one where it's like, okay, this is actually possible. Agent that can go on the internet for you. An agent would be something that does stuff for you. Hey, it can book a flight for me. It can go call the maintenance worker, typing in some text. ChatGPT or Gemini will just tell you an answer, but an agent would go do actions for you.
We said in the beginning, there's kind of this overwhelming, what do I do? What do I use? How to make my life more productive? What did you see in the market that was missing that made you start your company?
Arjun has a friend. She is a financial analyst in SF. They outsource a bunch of work to people in India. Go to every municipality in California. Go to each of the municipalities' website. Go find their accounting audit report. There's balance sheets. There's like cash flow statements, all these things. Get the structured insights from this unstructured data, accounting reports across all these government sites. Spending hours and hours going through all these things. This is not easily done by Google search today.
You could type in Mountain View Municipal Audit Report on Google search. It will give you a link, and then you would have to click through the government website. They'll have a vendor. They'll fill out a form there, and then you get it. It's not just one click, you get the data. You need an agent to retrieve this data that is unsearchable. And that's what we started on.
So we need something that's much more intelligent, that adapts to each and every website, save a lot of hours, a lot of money spent in doing such toil work. So that's where we started. We realized that, this is a big problem. A huge $200 billion automation market that exists where people spend a lot of time getting leads, copy pasting the names of the people from your LinkedIn to your CRM, manually sending hundreds of DMs, selling your product. There's so many things as such. We thought we can automate all of this with one powerful super agent.
So did you see it at first in the sense of a specific type of business, and then you saw the application across all different type of businesses, or where does the product work best?
First saw this in this one application,
Of
and
finance,
then and then we're it's generalizable to a lot of problems. There's a lot of sales outbound or marketing folks who need to do a lot of research. I have a list of 100 names. I need to find their LinkedIn profile details. I need to find what is their company details. And I would much just an agent to go and get all this data for me than me opening a billion tabs and manually collecting it.
And I think about it with my team, we need to reach a certain group of customers. We don't know where all the customers are, but to have that data and to be able to reach them or have an agent do it for you is going to save so much time. What were some of the first moments in the beginning that you had good feedback? What are you guys doing that was different from your competitors?
The one thing we always believed in is for any technology to be adopted by masses, it needs to be accessible. It should be super fast and it should be very cost effective. You build something, but there's $100 to do some click on the internet. You'll be I'd rather do it myself and save money on DoorDash order rather than spending $100 to make that DoorDash order from an agent. Right from day one of building it, we should be different in a way that's extremely fast and also cost effective to do any given task. That makes it much more adoptable by everyone in India. These are few of the criteria that brought in our technological choices.
One of the very first things we tried was put a screenshot of LinkedIn and see like what the model can extract from this. Every other line is a hallucination.
Like instead of to say this person worked from Jan to like March
Yeah.
2025, it would say probably some random 2024 months. Right from day one, we realized the shortcomings of this approach of like hallucination being expensive and slow. So we went in completely opposite direction.
I think in terms of use cases, we're partnering with a company that is like, I have a 3,000 partners and I want to see how they're mentioning my brand on their website. Right now, we have like a team of engineers like writing scripts. Whenever this website changes, or like they have to like manually update it. Half the websites we don't even track anymore. But if you can get your agent to go through all of these websites, figure out like where the financing terms are, and see if our brand is mentioned there and what context, that would like save us a ton of like resources. Keep it simple, like of like thousands of web pages at a time. Do this agentic task or like thousands of inputs. So that's what we're targeting with first. And then like over the long term, we'll make it more and more general so that it could be helpful every day for like productivity tasks for like an everyday user. A lot of our customers right now are builders. They're like, hey, I want your agent to fill out these forms, get this data for me, and then I can use this for my startup business.
So a lot of our users are professionals that they are using it either in their own startup or like they have small business or just they love AI just like you. Let's talk it or bring it up to the executive where we can like use it day to day. So that's where we are at right now.
So if I had an apparel company, what would I use your tool for? And it's like, say I just started a company.
You have a bunch of suppliers you want to vet, or you want to come up with this list of suppliers. Find me a list of fabulous suppliers, get me their pricing quotes and a contact email. And our agent will open tabs for you, find the list of suppliers, and then for each supplier, find their pricing, contact info, and phone number, any of these details. And it will do those independently in the background, like on parallel tabs. And then you get this final output that you can check back in later.
So the Act 1 of Retriever is a Chrome extension. It's like an Copilot on wherever browser you install Retriever on. To your point of, let's say your clothing brand and you want to market about your brand to followers of your competitor or something like that, right? Let's say Gap is trending these days. Let's say go to Gap Instagram and get me top 15 followers, names, their Instagram. So it should automatically like navigate to like Gap Instagram, click on the followers section and extract the details of the followers from the Instagram page and give it to you. And not only that, once you have this, you can like rank them or be like, now send them a DM about like my new product that's gonna like launch or my new clothing line that's gonna launch.
If I was trying to find micro influencers to represent my brand, I want micro influencers between 10,000 followers and 1,000 followers that represent my brand, and then put it in there and it's going to go find those within their list.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
You can ask two things. Either if you already have like a list of things,
Mm-hmm.
you can ask for each of these micro influencer or something, get their top, they get their famous content, rank these influencers, and then DM them about like a potential collaboration to like have with your own brand or whatever it is. And you started with asking about the prompt too. So if you don't know like what can Retriever do for you or how to write the prompt, you just like put whatever you think is good and then you click on enhance right here.
Wow.
A lot of users are like, oh, should I go to some like big like GPT or Gemini to get prompt for Retriever? So you no longer have to like do that. You just like type what you think is you want and then click on this enhance. So it will break it down into tasks that's like good for like, like Retriever. So as you see, like it started sheet with the different schema we call headings of the data that it's going to extract. And it clicked on the followers of the Gap Instagram right here. And then like, once it has some followers, we asked for like 15, I guess. So it should be able to extract the names and the profile links of them into the sheet here.
That's amazing. What if I was like, I need an image generator, but I want 15 images generated of product? Can you interact between different agents?
Yeah, so that's actually interesting because a lot of people make videos of our tool. Hey, go to ChatGPT and like talk to ChatGPT for a couple of minutes. So you have our agent like inputting and talking to ChatGPT. Basically, our product, it can interact with any website. Like, yeah, it can, if those other agents are websites, yeah, it could talk to them or generate images.
Yeah, what would be the best use case for marketing, I guess? I think about that too.
So a lot of times, right, marketing, to your point of like you want to find like potential leads on like even like LinkedIn or something. For let's say like you are interested in like reaching out to a lot of like AI agents people, search for AI agents like executives or something and get me, let's say, like top
Or
5.
here's a good example. We could say, help me find guests for my podcast.
Okay, yeah. Like, let's say, help me find guests for the podcast. Let's say, the best
Like,
thing, you can literally open your podcast and you just don't even have to describe about your podcast.
oh
Help me
wow.
find some guests for this podcast. Like, like invite, like immediately in AI space or something if you want.
Yeah.
One of our initial use cases is like, hey, I can give multiple tabs as contacts. Like maybe I have my LinkedIn profile in one and like a job application in the other.
Mm-hmm.
And the agent using the contacts of your LinkedIn profile can fill in this job application form.
Or you have access to some specific paid site. Let's say you have access to like Crunchbase or Pitchbook or like LinkedIn or whatever it is. Like leverage this as your directory and then find me people who would be like best lead for my product or like a best guest to be invited for my podcast. So if someone is in need of like pretty like generic or like vague problem, just like let's say like find me people that's making like a more than $1 million that I can like sell my product to, it's like a little bit more vague and broad. That in that case, your chat GPTs or like Geminis of the world, they would perform better. They even have access to like third-party data sets and everything. With Retriever, we don't have any additional like data sources or anything. It leverages everything that's on the public internet or the special access content that you have access to. So you'll be like, hey, go to like Twitter, see who are the buzzy AI content creators or like, like AI engineers there, right there,
Mm-hmm.
and then invite them as like guests to my podcast. This is pretty defined. Like you have access to X. It can go to X, search for like keywords like AI, agents, whatever it is. Get all the people that would be like good for you. You can even rank them and you can even ask it to like, like send the DM, everything. So yeah,
Wow.
this use case is where like Retriever shines. It's like
Mm-hmm.
this like what you want rather than just like pretty vague of like, yeah, I want like thousands of people making this much money.
Can you
I-
upload your own list to it, your own information,
Yep.
like a
Yeah, so we
document?
have like native support. Like we use Google Sheets as
Mm-hmm.
like a huge like as a not only like as a artifact between steps. Like the agent could be like, okay, first I extracted this list to Google Sheets, and then it can use like a Google Sheet like per row, go do a task, like open a tab and do a task separately.
Mm-hmm.
So we have got really creative and using Google Sheet to deterministically make sure like this thing gets done. Each row gets done.
So for example, it went,
Wow.
got like a couple of like podcasts. What are the description about? I stopped this right now.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it got some more people with the podcast match on Google just by Google search it. And then this task is done by the time we are doing the other task. So it went to like Gap and clicked on the followers of the Gap, right? And we asked for like 15. So it got exactly like 15 number of followers and they're like, Instagram handles of these followers. Now we can be like, now you got your leads. You extracted them from Twitter, Instagram, wherever. Now I can be like, this is your sheet, right? You can give this sheet to Retriever. Either you can just literally open Retriever on this data you got, or you can even upload it. Either you got a PDF, you can upload it, or you got like a sheet that you can like connect with right here. So this is the sheet. Now I'll be like, these are my leads. Now for each of the Instagram profile here, let's say send them a message. And then I hit it. So the best part about Retriever is it can act on the sites in the background. So like the true productivity is you shouldn't block user from doing what they are. So it opens them in batch. It opens by default it's 6. User can configure it. So it opens 6 rows, the 6 of the profiles that we got here from the followers. And it's gonna like, yeah, send them like click on the DMs, like send them like a message of our podcast and so on. And the best part is like you do what you're like doing or what you're supposed to do, and it will do the task in the background and close them up and do the second batch of tasks.
So you could imagine like you could just kick off like a list of like it'd be a Google sheet of like 1,000 things, kick it off, do your own thing or go get some coffee. And you come back and you're like, okay, well, like this whole thing that I need to do that was like really repetitive, very manual, me typing, clicking is done for me. And that's the key goal we're trying to solve for.
So right when I started using agents in ChatGPT to get data or help me
Yep.
get competitive research, I hit the limit and it was like 25 uses of ChatGPT. It was so frustrating.
Doing it in your own browser, it
Mm-hmm.
makes it really cheap for us, right?
Mm-hmm.
You actually have a free tier, but for ChatGPT to do it not in your own browser, it's really expensive. They're hosting a browser and getting the agent to do these actions like remotely. And to do it like in your own browser, like your LinkedIn is here, your Amazon is already signed in, all of your websites, they're already working. LinkedIn will block you if you open LinkedIn from a data center, for example.
Yeah.
So economics is much different in your own browser.
That's so interesting. This frees up your own time in general. If you're working and you need to do competitive research, you can just have Retriever in the background doing that for you. In my mind, it's like, why wouldn't you use this to streamline your own work tasks every single day? If you're a content creator and you need to create clips, getting the data of like what's trending right now every day and staying on top of that would be so helpful because there's so many trends. And if you're not on it that day, then you miss it. But having someone or something do it for you is amazing.
Yeah, like there's no one providing APIs for you to analyze content on YouTube, TikTok, or like Instagram. Because, I mean, your own content, yes, you have the studio access, YouTube studio access, this and that. But what about like thousands of other influencers, creators that you add in, like get inspiration from? So
Yeah.
with Retriever, like every day, like you can schedule a task of like go to X, go to like TikTok, go to like YouTube, this particular keyword, like literally like AI, right? Search for like top perform, like whatever top results for this across all the platforms. Like you can even extract comments, details, and everything. Like as much granular data that exists on every page that you see yourself.
Why don't these tools already exist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because websites like LinkedIn, Amazon, they don't expose APIs for this. There's no way to do this with current technology, but with getting a agent to run in the browser and type and click and do these things that are not exposed, then you can do these analytics. And we had a very funny use case. So it's my friend,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's people always struggle with like, oh, it can do so many things, but tell me what it can do for
Yeah,
me. So it's
right.
always a hard sell. Yeah.
Well,
So
sometimes I
my
go into
friend,
ChatGPT and I say, tell me what you can do for me. Like, what's new?
Yeah. Yeah.
it's hard to figure out the right prompts
Yeah.
to like you don't know the capabilities. People, it's still evolving. Like it would be, I think we'll eventually get there. It's like the agent will anticipate what you want and will just show you the
Yeah,
options, and
right.
you don't have to think through it. We'll get there. We'll get there. But the use case was my friend. He had a friend that had an OnlyFans account, but she wanted like deeper analytics into her top customers, into her
So
like
she
top,
can retarget them.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
the bucket that create customized content. But OnlyFans didn't like allow you to just export your data as like a CSV or a Google Sheet. Like even something like
That's not
very
fair.
simple is just want to list. And but like there was no way, and we were able to show it with Retriever. It's like, hey, like go through and like just extract
Yeah,
all of
just
this.
open OnlyFans account and just open Retriever on the side and like yeah, extract all the paying customers, paid dates, their profile names, like extract exactly on Instagram we did how much they paid.
Put
Yeah.
them in a bucket and try to see like are these whale customers. So we was able to do all of this, and she was showing it around to. I think they have like managers, like other like consultants, like, and they were like, whoa, like we don't have a tool for this. Like it's just all manual right now because like OnlyFans doesn't expose this. There's no way to get this data out of there. And using like
Yeah.
a tool like Retriever to get this data out was like, it seemed very transformational for them.
Well, I think even like anyone, especially a creator in any industry, you're able to take control of the analytics and data, like you said, and then reach the customers that either you don't have the time, you don't have the patience, or you're just not given that freedom to get it. So it's putting
Exactly.
the time and the money back into the hands of someone who's actually doing the work and isn't going to the company that's above them and kind of holding that hostage. So that's incredible
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
that's
Yeah.
great.
Because like the company, like maybe they didn't think about it, like, hey, this would be useful. They never exposed it, but now you have the capability, you have the freedom to like explore this further, like just getting an agent to do it for you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Where do you see, because you talked about you guys have a new product launch. Do you want to go into that a little bit?
I would say like couple of like products coming up. One on the philosophy of like we started with the retriever of like the power lies within you and your devices. You should be able to like turn your own devices, your mobile or your laptop into agentic. You don't have to like randomly log into some like operator, OpenAI's agent on the cloud, or that's like much more expensive and slow, and that doesn't have access to a lot of the sites. If you're looking at latest news of like Cloudflare, they provide a bunch of other things of like bot protection or DDoS attack prevention on the websites. Cloudflare is selling this to all the websites.
Of
We can
course.
protect you from these agents and AI illegally accessing your content from the cloud. And because like why are these getting blocked? They operate on cloud with some random IP address. That's not the legitimate IP address of you as a user. So right from day one, we are like, no, like we can access information on behalf of user on their own devices, which won't have the problem of some bot accessing on behalf of like someone else. So we still will have some offerings related to that, as well as to support B2B use cases of like you want like 5,000, 10,000 records of like data extracted, like that's beyond the power of your laptop. Let's say or your laptop cannot open like hundreds of thousands of like tabs, which can be resource intensive as such.
I think our core insight was just that like our power users, the people that are using us every day, they really love the product, but they want to do like thousands of websites and they can't open 1,000 websites in their own browser.
Yeah, I can hear my computer getting mad.
Okay, we'll set up like a platform for you. We'll do all of this, and like those people like will derive a lot of value from it. While the Chrome extension is like a good place to try it out, we can provide value, like the most value for the like this whole niche of users that need to get data at scale from the web, and that's where we'll provide the most value. And then it's like interesting because like the Chrome extension is super easy to use, but it's like people are like don't know what to prompt it with. Like you have to like break it down step by step. Like that's where the current state of the technology is. But like we can make more and more assumptions as we grow bigger, we get more user data. You can be more general with your prompting, and we're really excited about like what the future of this space will become.
I mean, it's incredible. It could be unlimited. You could have it's your assistant, but super assistant because they know
Super
everything.
agent is
It's
what,
super agent,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's because the browser is really interesting because you get to learn a lot about like what the user does, and then you can make assumptions about them. And that's where OpenAI is about to launch a browser. Perplexity already launched. Everybody's getting in this space for this reason.
Is because you want to get more holistic profile of the user. If you're a standalone website or something, people will come to you and they have like one or two tasks. But if you're like Copilot running with them as a browser day in and day out, oh, you're searching for shopping on something. Oh, now you're doing serious business. You're looking for like leads and stuff. The spectrum of like use cases, you can like learn this data about the user if you are like a true like full browser or full Copilot as such.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
We'll have like cloud launch pretty soon where you can like trigger tasks for those high-end tasks where you think you don't want to use your own devices. You can trigger that through our cloud. With the Ritual Cloud together, we'll have our API endpoint. Let's say you're building like an AI app that shows people the cheapest alternative of like you are interested in a piece of clothing. Now, your app is meant for finding what's the best, cheapest and showing it to the user. Now, just for the task of like finding what's the cheapest alternative for this, you can use Retriever. It can be like, hey, find me what's the cheapest for this Max Mara dress, blue color, whatever it is. And Retriever goes get those things with the Retriever API. And then you can surface that information in the way you want to your own users. So if you're building in the space of AI and you want a browser that goes searches some information, gets the price of certain Nike shoes or product, and then surfaces it back to you, you can use our like API offering. But then if you are interested in using your own devices to get the data you want, this is what we built the initial MVP at the hackathon, where all you have to do is add Retriever MCP and then retrieve and install Retriever on the devices you want it to run. And then we will take care of. So in this demo, I added Retriever MCP on like Claude. You can add it to ChatGPT, Gemini, wherever it is. And then I'm asking Claude like, okay, like get me what's the cheapest price of this like iPad or Amazon price of this iPad, whatnot. It automatically calls Retrieve, which distributes the task
Oh, it
across
made
your
you
own device.
that. Got it.
Yeah, so like you're literally talking to Claude, you added Retriever MCP, and that's it. And you install Retriever on your device, it's automatically Retriever MCP will take care of like automatically opening tabs on your own devices, getting all the data that you want, sending it back to those LLMs. Yeah.
So we actually we think there's like a future of the agentic web in this where websites can take actions on your browser. So say you're like on a website that is giving you financial advice
Mm-hmm.
and you already have Retriever installed. The website can then just ask you for permission to open Chase and like your other financials and get like some data about your balances. So then it can give you like, advice.
Personal finance and like
So instead of
guidance. Yeah.
using like very expensive like Plaid integrations or like that break all the time, like my friend was telling me like Chase wouldn't work on with Plaid for like a month. And it was like Chase is huge. So it's like you can do it on the user's own browser instead of like setting up like this expensive integration for you on your backend. So you can think of a more cross website like agentic web coming up in the future where
Mm-hmm.
one website will ask you, hey, can I post this on your other website, like another like page? And like
It's
so
possible with Retriever as
I mean, what if you had Retriever get the trending topic, then you had it talk to your AI version of who you are to record
Yeah.
that topic with a script and then post it. You could have
Yeah.
yeah.
you could have an AI creator that is at the click of a button, essentially, because that's a
Yeah. Yeah.
huge thing.
Yeah, every day get the trending news across different platforms. And then right now we don't have it, but like what's the best out there? Google VO is probably good flow. Google VO, you can create
Hmm.
like a video of like someone like talking about the top topic. Yeah, there you go.
Could it post for you across platforms?
Yeah, that's actually we do a common lot of demo videos of posting on Twitter, LinkedIn.
Now we are only like a browser agent. So anything and everything that's on the browser, we'll take care of it. Copy pasting, whatever it is. Say make a small tweet here saying we are doing it's called like Hustle by Hannah. Yeah. Let's say we're doing the Hustle by Hannah podcast today. Let's say make it cool and interesting.
No, I think for a creator and for any marketing of a company that wants to stay on top of constant content creation across all of these platforms, because it's always more, more, even just the
Yeah.
text of being relevant and then having, if you think about it, someone goes into ChatGPT and they say, find me the best shoe. And then you have all of these posts that are talking about the best shoes across Reddit, Substack, and things like that. Your company is going to be positioned to be the answer for that ChatGPT search, because that's what we're working on right now is how do we
Yeah,
on
I think, yeah.
text community development. That is so important, and that's amazing. Wow.
Yeah, like knows like probably like less than a minute of us like talking. Yeah, it already made the tweet for you.
I mean,
So just exactly as you're like talking about, let's say you're like all you have to hook up is like select your TechCrunch. Let's say select your Twitter or whatever social platform of choice, and then you can be like find the top news
yeah, like
article on
right in
Crunch.
my
Exact.
tone about
Totally. You can
Yeah.
configure your profile of like you describe whatever. So we
wow.
also want to empower user. You dump everything about you that you think is good for agent here. Like I am this and this. I like this and this. I speak in this like whatever, right? And then save it and time and again it will pick those nuances about you or profile about you to do that. So for example, I selected TechCrunch and I selected X. So both are selected. I'll be like find the top news article on like TechCrunch and make a small tweet on X sounding radical or whatever. Let's do that, right? Yeah. So first it will like scans the TechCrunch of like top article or top things, and then it should be able to like navigate to like X platform and then like post it for us.
There's so many use cases for this. I think for someone who is constantly thinking like in an entrepreneurial lens of like, how do I, I'm thinking like, how do I sell my clothes quicker? But it's so annoying to go and get that data. So it's like I was selling old dresses, but I didn't want to go and get that data, but I could have Retriever go and get the text of like what I'm selling, put it in there, and then I could just have it post. And that's something
Yeah,
that's so
exactly. Like
helpful.
be more on top of things and not just only like post, right? One of the cool things we have like we can go into lots of fun things later on too, but You can even you have a YouTube comment and people are replying to you. You don't have time to reply back to them. You can ask Retriever, hey, go add a comment on my friend's YouTube channel or just reply to the comments on this thing. So it got the
Wow.
thing. Post was already sent. So for example, right. It sent somewhere of Framer hit 2 billion valuation. No code is eating the world. Yeah. So in no matter of time. And you
That's
can
so
verify probably.
cool.
Yeah.
Is there a step between that you could say, I need to make sure to verify this before you post?
Yeah, you can be first get the tweets
Yeah.
and show the content tweet to me, so it will give the response.
hmm
Then you can break the task yourself up. Then yeah, now post it on X. You can just it's on you to break it up.
Or
Yeah.
I guess you could put it in a sheet and then you could give the sheet back and say,
Yeah.
now go do
Yeah.
it. Because I think, so one of the things that I stay on top of too as a marketing consultant that uses AI is let me help your company utilize AI tools, but people don't know how to use them. So it's showcasing in steps how to use
Yeah.
these tools. And then it's almost like I'm using the word agent loosely, but I'm the agent saying, this is what the tool can do. And let me help train your employees how to use it. And then the tool can just run on itself or the employees can use it. But I think there's still that part in between where people are a little distrustful and they want to make sure they can double check it and then
Yeah.
allow the tool to do the work. But in the beginning, I think it's important to have that double check of almost, let me make sure it's in my tone. So it's not saying something I wouldn't say.
Yeah, that is totally fair. You can go and ask, get all the information you want of, let's say you have 10 top agentic tools.
Yeah.
You can ask Retriever to go to their website, go through their API documentation, product documentation, get everything in a sheet. You can verify them, and then you can be now using all of this, make a deck for me. Retriever even can do a deck
Wow.
or a research report doc as well. Or else if you want to now get all of the summary of all of these and then make a Substack, things like that.
I think Substack's a great use case. And then another one that I was just thinking of is, when you have if I had a podcast guest, so I have all the guests that I want on a sheet, it sends the email to the guest, we book a meeting, and then I have it follow up.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that'd be great.
Yeah, totally. Okay, let's say you've, do you use, for email, do you use Outlook or Gmail?
Yeah, Outlook or Gmail, either one.
Yeah, so for example, let's say I'm putting some random test emails. Okay, I'll put support at the RTRVR AI, and then you'd say, and then if it's Outlook, Outlook is pretty straightforward. For even for Gmail to be faster, we
'cause
can
it's on there.
MCP as well. Outlook, you can open Outlook on your web as well. I'm using our USC Outlook. I don't have any other Outlook. I'll be for all the emails here. Let's say you have some more information about them. You have their names or you have some more details about them extracted by Retriever on LinkedIn or whatever. You can use that to personalize too. For all the emails, send them a new email on Outlook with subject latest update on Retriever. Just put something.
You don't
The
even have to have the
podcast is-
content ready. It can come up with the content for you.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. If you have some more details about these people, you can send much more personalized emails and stuff. Yeah, or if you don't have anything as well, as you can see, there are two emails, so it opened two Outlook in the background. You should be able to click on those new emails, send them. So you can just let it run in the background. It will update the sheet when it's done. I can go to verify them. Yeah.
That's amazing.
We used Google Sheet as an intermediate step so that you yourself can, hey, maybe had duplicates or something. You can modify one of the text it outputted. For example, maybe you're okay, get all these people who work for this company and then also write a new column of intro emails. And then you can modify the in the Google Sheet, now send them an email. And so it's allows you to intervene very efficiently, edit the things you think are wrong, and then let it do the next step in the workflow.
That's so
Yeah,
cool.
exactly. You have all the people, you want to rank them first, and then probably only reach out to only the top 2 people or 3 people. So you can play around with Retriever of just ask Retriever to just rank them here, add a note about them here. Or else what are you going to send before sending? And then you can add it as an intermediate step after.
That's great. I mean, it
We
makes
can
so
go
much
with this.
sense.
Soon we'll be having an MCP endpoint, so you don't even have to type anything. You can connect Retriever wherever you want, and it will manage all your devices. If you're interested as a B2B or API or cloud platform, you can get on the wait list here. Yeah, soon they'll have access to
So right
Retriever on
now,
the
can someone use the extension as an individual?
No, we took it down because we were getting bombarded with like, hey, I'm trying to get this prompt right, or I'm trying to get it to like do this thing, and it's just the two of us, and we're trying to
Yeah.
build a new platform. And it's like, okay, let's just take it down for a bit. Let's work on like relaunching our new platform, and then we can consider again bringing it up.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So
so
it's been like 2 weeks. We stopped the extension for end users.
Mm-hmm.
Most of it we are giving it for free. We reached to 10K users. Calendar was like getting packed with like at least 10 calls a day. But soon we will have like another version of extension that's like distribute tasks across.
that you can use us at scale. Yeah.
Yep.
So is your ideal customer a business that's going to use it across multiple employees?
Or that they have like 1,000 websites or like a huge list of websites to do actions on, or like hey, I need to construct like a list of like potential suppliers, or I need to get like a list of quotes for these various logistics suppliers. I need your agent to fill out the forms and get this. We're targeting more high value use cases, and
Mhm.
then switching back to the more general use cases in the future. More business, more
Like a productivity, like a company can like buyers with like X number of seats for their employees that they can use as like a productivity boosting, like day
Yeah.
in and day out.
I mean, it's a tool I would recommend to any company to use to boost their employees' productivity, no question. And I mean, not to make people want to work 24/7, but it's a tool that could use that could work 24/7.
No. It can work for you while you are like watching TV. So, yeah.
I love that. I mean, I'm
While
thinking of
you
like
could,
all the I
yeah.
need this now. There's so many things I have to do on my to-do list that I'm like, oh my God, I would love. ChatGPT agent does not work well for me at all. I go through the 25, prompts that I have, and it's so slow, and there's so many issues, and I've been waiting for something to come around like this. I used Retriever in the beginning and I thought it was awesome. So it's really great to see how you guys are iterating. And I mean, the use cases are endless between individuals, companies, industries.
Yeah, there's the one thing. It works in our favor. We never want to box ourselves into like this one niche. We'll just go with the sales. Not we always want to like take down on the big thing. Like everyone, billions of people use your browser. We want to like support or make their lives more productive, like to all the billion of them. So we are very like horizontal, which not of VCs or not a lot of people like don't believe in, or they're like start with one thing, make it like extremely better and then go with other things. We see the value in it, but it's like tough sell on us. But while at the same time it's like tough sell, we can do so many things, but then some people will be like, what's one thing that you can do? It's like tough sell, it's like a push and pull all the time. But we do believe in like the plethora of use cases that you can like solve with Retriever. Yeah.
That's amazing. I mean, I think as a company, that the company that I'm working for, it's something that it would be so easy to show that use case of building a company from the ground up using these tools rather than a company that's transforming the tools that they use, because you have people that are so much more open to new tools to help them. And being an AI first company is one so necessary right now. But when you're building a company and your competitors are using these tools and you're not, then you're going to get left behind. So it's a great product. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And we're really excited. Like, it's really early days still. And we're really excited what the future of the agentic web is going to be. Like,
Yeah.
it's like new future, and it's just an exciting time to be alive and trying out new stuff.
Have you guys used anything that you don't think other people know how to use or that they should use?
I force myself to like,
Mhm.
instead of Googling for something, like when I'm initially thinking of starting a task, like
Mhm.
force myself to just kick it off in like Claude or like Gemini Deep Research, any of these things, to like kick it off and then start my like, opening the tabs and like looking into this, like whatever thing I need to do. Like, so that like every task, I don't know which one is going to be helpful with the AI. I need to force myself to like start it off with the AI first. So
Mhm.
to see, okay, in the future, this thing is like useful with AI. Like I was like I was setting a deep research into like new monetization approaches. What are new monetizable ideas in this space? It didn't do a good job, but like I was like, okay, at least now I know it. Like I'm not gonna try this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not like smart enough like us, of like
It's not,
it
they're
cannot be.
not allowing it to be smart enough to you. Yeah,
Yeah.
it could be smart enough. It's just not open to you. That's my theory, is that it is smart enough. You just aren't given the power yet.
I think I give this analogy to my friend, right? Like we've all learned how to do Google searches, like the keywords like you need to write. It's not like if you give someone like brand new and like tell them like they would like write a paragraph and then you'll be like, wait, that's not how you do a Google search, right?
Yeah.
So it's like there's a new techniques and we'll all learn it, but like we're not there yet. Like
Yeah.
of how to like
I'm trying to stay on top of all of it, but every day there's something new. And now what I really like is on ChatGPT, I have automated tasks and I'm limited to 2 a day, but I have ChatGPT give me the newest AI at 9 a.m. and it's telling me what's most important based on what I have prompted it and what I prioritize. And then
God.
I have that every day. And then Fridays, I have the same thing. It gives me like the week update. So basically, you could send your team, like, this is what happened this week, and these are the tools we should use. So I think the news, like using AI to almost funnel the most important news is helpful because there's so much.
Yeah, and especially it has a lot of like insights about you built up over the time. So it can like filter for, you might be interested in this company news versus let's say something else.
Yeah. The memory aspect is really great because it's been like years
Yeah.
of memory in this. So it's exciting. Thank you guys so much. I want to use your product. I'm like, I'm going to make my
Soon,
company.
I would love for your feedback.
That's incredible. It's really exciting. I'm excited for you guys.
yeah, hopefully we can come back when we have a whole
No, I'm certain like this is a great tool that I think once people understand and know how to use it, which is basically downloading it and playing with the tool, getting past that first step, then it's like the opportunities are endless. So here's to Retriever.
Yeah. And thank you so much for giving us the opportunity
course.
to come on the panel and present.